Hi everyone, and welcome to the Restaurant Payment System project. In this project, we're going to put our T-Kinter skills to the test and create a restaurant payment system. Now, Foodie Limited have started a new restaurant and they would like you to build them a new payment system to help them handle the billing. Now, if you were simply given this request by the company, you could go away, brainstorm ideas, come back with a prototype and showcase it to Foodie Limited. And if you're feeling confident, this is exactly what you should do now. Go ahead and try to put together a restaurant payment system. You're the developer, so you can make it look however you want. Now, I've put some considerations here as to what the application should be able to do. It should allow a staff member to input a customer's food order. For example, it might have a couple of food items and you simply put the number of those food items that they've ordered. The application should then allow for a total bill to be generated, including any related taxes if you want to put taxes into the system. You should also try to include a calculator so that the staff member can perform simple additions when required. And don't forget, you've already produced a calculator in the previous section. So maybe try using this exact same calculator and embed it into the restaurant payment system. And finally, the application could potentially pop up a window in which the staff member can observe the food price list in case a customer requests this information. Now, if you're feeling brave and you just want to dive in, stop the video here and I'll see you in the next video where I showcase my restaurant payment system and the steps I followed in order to create it. Now, if you want a few more ideas as to how we can break this application down, stick with me for another minute. Now, the first thing you should be looking to do is design the restaurant payment system's layout. Now, this means how many frames do you want your application to be made up of, and what widgets do you want to place within each frame. You then need to create these frames that will store all of the relevant widgets for your app. You then need to create these widgets and any associated functionality that you require and then place them within the respective frames. Don't forget, the grid method is what we use for the calculator application, but you can use any geometry manager that you like. Now, you should try to include the calculator that we created in the last section. And obviously, you could just copy and paste the code from one application to another. But we know that one of the key principles when we develop using Python is the dry principle. Don't repeat yourself. And seeing as we've already created a calculator, try converting this into a function and have it so that the restaurant app simply calls a function that then generates the calculator in the restaurant app rather than copy and pasting the code. If this is enough information for you, stop the video here and give it a go. If you want one final hint as to how a restaurant payment system could be set up and the way that I went about it, here is the design that we're going to follow. We're going to have a title at the top, our calculator will be placed on the right hand side, we're going to have some input boxes which have a white background which allows a user to input an integer for the amount of items that they order. They can hit total, which will then generate the blue boxes on the right hand side. If a staff member clicks price, then a price list for these 6 objects will appear. If they click reset, everything will be reset to a blank screen. And if they hit exit, then the application will close. So a very simple payment system that we're going to create, and you've learned all the syntax you require in order to build something like this. Obviously, if you don't like this design, go wild and create your own version. After all, diving in with your own design thoughts will result in you reinforcing your knowledge, which is exactly what you need to do when learning a language like Python. With that said, I'll see you in the next video where I'll take you through my solution to the restaurant payment system project.